Hey everyone, this is Chris. This is the third part of the X Series video guides for Darkglass Electronics. In this one, we're gonna check the most recent creation, the Microtubes X Ultra. Like all the Ultra pedals, it features a separate clean and distortion foot switch, cap simulation in the XLR output and on the headphones, and also a USB port to connect it to your computer and use the Darkglass Suite. Compared to the X7, it has 2 extra EQ bands and cap simulation instead of filtered XLR. So now let's check the new features that this pedal introduced to its line. The X Ultra features an auxiliary input for your smartphone or MP3 player to practice with your headphones. You can control the level of the headphones in the Darkglass Suite. The auxiliary amplifier is loud enough, so you won't have any issues with the levels. As you connect your auxiliary source, you can blend in your bass by adjusting the master level fader. As you know, the X7 was the first pedal of Darkglass that included a low band compressor. In the Ultra now, you have the option of a full band compressor. As you encase the pedal, you see that there are some red lights. These ones indicate that the compressor is in the low band compressor mode, which means that the low compression is used only when the distortion is engaged in the distortion channel. So if you want to enable the full band compressor, all you have to do is to keep the bypass switch pressed in order to toggle it. Then it turns into blue, and that indicates that you can have a compressor for the whole band for both clean and distorted sounds. You can enable the toggle from the Darkglass Suite. So now let's check some clean and distorted sounds. In the whole video I will have the cap simulation feature enabled with Knowles Megamelt impulse. Let's check how the bass sounds directly to the sound card and then with the cap simulation without engaging the pedal. This without the cap sim. And this is with enabled. So let's engage the pedal. Most of the time the first thing that I do is to cut some of the 500 Hz. I do this almost in all my basses. The next thing that I want to try is the high-mid section. So I'm going to check how the 1.5 kHz affects our current sound. I think that we can have a little boost around there. Most of the times I use the 3 kHz frequency as the tone control of passive instruments. Let me show you what I mean. If we cut the 3 kHz, you will see that it sounds like rolling off the tone of a passive bass. As you can hear, it's really mellow. And if you want a mellow sound for finger playing and like playing softly, 3 kHz is the key frequency for you. And if we boost it, we get much more attack. Let's check the treble. Let's compare it to the 3 kHz. I think for now that our clean sound is fine. Let's check how the full band compressor affects the sound. So, in order to engage the full band compressor, you keep the bypass switch pressed down until the lights turn blue. Now you have the full band compressor. So now, since we have our fundamental sound, I'm going to check how I can create a distorted sound based on our fundamental sound. For start, I'm going to disengage the full band compressor and check only with the low band compressor. Let's engage the distortion. As you can hear, the level is really low compared to our clean one. So for that reason, we have to boost the low level and the high level to the same proportions just to get a unity gain. So we have same levels. Let's check how we can tweak the sound for the distortion. First, I'm going to experiment with a high-pass filter. As I said in the previous videos, from 500 Hz and below you get fuzzy sounds, from 500 Hz and above you get clarity. So far we had it at 500 Hz. Let's reduce it a bit and check how the frequencies respond to the sound. If you want to reduce the high end, since you have already made a setting from your EQ, the thing you can do with the X is that you can reduce the high level and change the frequency of the high pass filter. Let's check how we can mellow it down. We'll first start with the frequency. Now we are around 600 to 700 Hz. If we cut a bit down to 500, let's reduce some of the high level. level. As you can see once more, by experimenting with the filters and the high and low levels, you can adjust your distorted sound to your clean sound without having any issue. Let's try the same sounds with a pick. Let's try now with the full band compression. So in total with the X Ultra you have everything you need in one package. You have the preamp, a distortion and the compression in one pedal. I hope you found this video useful once again. In case you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Take care.